Oh, hey guys. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. You know I can't do this without you guys. All right, so we've had our team on the field today, and Sean Lee actually working out, but he's probably not going to go on 11 and 11. Here's the thing, the difference between minicamp versus OTAs. OTAs, you can start in phase 3. You can actually do 7-on-7, which is basically the center and none of the other linemen, and wide receivers and D-backs. In minicamp, although it's not contact, you can have 11-on-11. So you can have your whole offense and defense out there working out and stuff. But you had Sean Lee finally working out. They're basically treating him with kid gloves, and I'm okay with that. I need Sean Lee for the duration of the season. He knows what he's doing. I don't want to risk hurting my man, because when Lee's out there, that defense is a totally different defense than when he's not. David Irving, first time on the field this season. He's finally in good enough shape that the Cowboys feel okay with him going out and working out, which is great freaking news. I'm ecstatic about that. He started speaking to the media and making a statement and basically saying, you know, I'm back here, I'm working out, I'm trying to work through personal stuff. You know, he's got the issues with his daughter, his baby's mama drama, and all that stuff, but he's trying to get that stuff together and get his mind right to play on the field. And DeMarcus Lawrence yells over from his locker and says, hey, do that on Wednesday. You know, just be cool. You know, it's first day of practice and everything else. Relax. And I got to tell you that I like the fact that we're seeing guys that are stepping up to be in a leadership role. You got DeMarcus Lawrence, who's now, it's hard to believe, one of the older guys on the defense. I mean, you got Tyrone Crawford, who is a little bit older on the defensive line, but, you know, DeMarcus Lawrence, as young as he is becoming a leader on the defense. You know now that Zeke Elliott is out there and actually kind of grabbing control of some of this stuff. And the great thing that I am really ecstatic about is Dak Prescott is now holding his guys accountable. You know, we would always see Tony Romo getting into guys' ass about doing the route and everything else and blocking this, that, and the other. You know, the first year, Dak Prescott was underneath the shadow of Tony Romo. It was still Tony Romo's team, and you heard Dak Prescott basically saying, you know, I'm just here playing as long as I need to. This is Tony Romo's team, and so on. Second year, you started to see some of that, but you still had the Jason Wittens, because Jason Witten, whenever there's a problem with Dez or a problem on the sidelines, you see Jason Witten there. You know, you'd see Dez Bryant being the vocal guy that was out there. Those were the emotional leaders on the offense and things. Now they're gone. And you see Dak Prescott filling the role. In practice, we've seen him yell at Chaz Green for missing an assignment. You've seen him yelling at the receivers for not getting the routes together. And I like that, because you need guys that are going to hold you accountable. Not just the coaching staff. You need them, but you need guys on the field, your teammates, your buddies that are saying, hey, get your stuff together. We need you, excuse me, to do the right play, be in the right place at the right time for this thing to function. Because it's kind of like what they taught me in Boy Scouts. Our Scoutmaster had 6 pieces of rope. He gets 5 scouts to come up. He said, here, tie a knot. Tie these 2 pieces of string together. So he takes that piece and he said, okay, you tie a knot. Okay, here you go. And had all of those pieces of string tied together. And what the analogy was is, this rope is only as good as the weakest knot. You got a big, thick piece of rope. You got a great knot right here that sucker, you know, that square knot's not coming apart. It's tight. But if one of those knots, just one of them, doesn't hold, or the weakest one, is going to be the one that makes the whole thing come apart. So that's where holding guys accountable, not just from the coaches. And I worried after seeing All or Nothing, and I know the narrative can be changed on that to fit what they want you to see. But when you've seen a Dez Bryant going at the coach and basically telling him, you're wrong, I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do, you're not learning, you're not following the system, you're not being part of that rope, that tight knot. And you're only as strong as that knot. So, hats off to DeMarcus Lawrence for taking a leadership role. And hats off for Zeke Elliott for growing up, staying out of trouble, and becoming a leader. And the same thing with Dak Prescott. I'm excited about this year. I'm excited that we now have a young team with young guys that have a different view, that are trying to become together as a team, that they like each other. They're working together. They're working not only for themselves, but for the team as a whole. And I'm excited. I just can't wait for the season to get here. 88 more days, guys. That's it. Until we kick off against the Carolina Panthers. Now I'm going to get this thing done so I'll be ready when the season starts. I'm Mark Holmes, guys. Thank you as always for being part of the Jobu Sports Report.
Woo! This is gonna make me cry. He doesn't eat spicy food.
I do not eat spicy food.
But how's the taste, though?
That's bomb. It's good.
Good chicken texture, man.
But you still eat them, huh? Even though they're that hot.
It's the pain from the spiciness and the love from the.
They're good. They're really good. I need a beer though.
I got some over here in the cooler, my man.
I'm not trying to get I've seen them 3 times.
Oh, dude, dang it.
That video, Mark.
Oh, just grab my man a beer out of here.
Can I get a beer?
Yeah, I'm just a beer. Oh, there you go. You lucked out. One last beer. Oh.
I mean,
You can handle it. They're hot.
yeah.
All right, man. Thanks, man. All right, no problem. Damn.
I gotta open it with something. Damn it.
Here, let me. There we go. Oh, that's it.